Hey guys, it's Mr. Gibbons. Hopefully you remembered that I am not here today. By the time you're watching this, I'm probably all the way up in Arkansas for my sister's wedding, but I wanted to record this video so that you guys would have some final instruction on your last day. We could wrap up Intersession, get you guys ready to go into Cycle 2 and make sure everybody is ready, understanding summary, which is the topic that we're going to go over today, and you don't have any questions. So hopefully this video will answer any future questions you guys have. If you're confused, feel free to ask the teacher who is watching you guys. If you're still confused, feel free to find me during Cycle 2 and I'll answer any questions, okay? So as you can see from the screen that's being presented to you, what we're going to go over today is summary, and I'm going to try to find, there it is, okay. Get my little laser pointer tool. Ooh, it's going slow. There we go. Okay, so today's learning objective is that students will be able to gain information by summarizing and paraphrasing the text in ways that maintain meaning and logical order, make inferences, and use evidence to support understanding. That's a lot of words that basically mean you're going to learn how to summarize a text today. The demonstration of that learning, what you're going to be able to do by the end of the day, is you're going to be able to summarize a passage, okay? So that's our objective, and then that's your demonstration of learning for the day. In this slideshow, this is going to be on Canvas. And once I'm done with this video, I'll be posting it as a YouTube link on this slide right here. So you should see my face on this, and you'll be watching this video of me teaching you this slideshow, so it's kind of like Inception. But hopefully that'll all go smoothly, and I'll have a video right here, and you'll be watching that. When you're done watching this video, the next slide has, once it loads, a quiz. You're going to click on the link. I'm not going to click it because it'll probably make my computer blow up. But when you click the link, well, let's try it. Let's see what happens. When you click it, it's going to take you to quizzes, just like we've been doing all week long. It'll take you to quizzes. And it'll be a little different because instead of having to enter a code, since I won't be there to run the quizzes for you, it's going to be assigned as homework. Okay, so it'll be like your own interactive activity that you're going to do. Okay? All right. All right. Next, when you're done with that quiz, you're going to go to Ed Puzzle. So you'll click right here where it says Ed Puzzle. You're going to click the link above to go to Ed Puzzle, and then you'll log in with your student Google account, and you'll answer the questions throughout the video. So when you open this link, it's going to take you to a website called Ed Puzzle. We used this back in the spring, and some of your other teachers have probably been using this throughout this year. Okay? The way it works is you watch a video, and throughout the video, it's going to stop at random intervals, and it's going to ask you to answer questions over here on the right. If you're confused or you weren't paying attention, you can click replay, and it'll replay that segment of the video so that you can put the correct answer in. Once you're done with that, you'll go back to the slide. Then this is the part that I'm leaving in the slide so you can review it, but I'm actually right now going to go ahead and go over this with you so that if you're confused, you can watch my video so that I will explain it to you so that hopefully you can understand it a little better. So summarizing helps you remember what you read. That's why you do it. That's the basic reason why you summarize. Because if you read a long text or a short story like we've been reading all week and you forget something, now you have to go back and look through the entire story again and try to remember it. Whereas if you write a summary, now you have about 5 to 10 sentences where you've summarized the important events of a story, and you don't have to worry about the text anymore. Now you've got your 5 to 10 sentences, and when you're trying to answer questions, when you're trying to talk about it, when you're making a presentation over it, you can use your summary to help you remember the events of that story. And when you summarize, remember, focus on the main idea, keep it simple and short, and it should be written in your own words. You don't have to sound like an author. None of y'all get paid to write. You are all students, so it doesn't have to sound like a famous author. It doesn't need to sound like Stephen King wrote it. All right? It's going to be up to you. It's going to be in your own words. Keep it simple and short. Don't write me 20 sentences. Don't write me 2 pages. I'm not asking you to write a story. I'm asking you to write a summary. So keep it short and keep it simple. Only give me the important stuff. Don't give me all the details. Just tell me the important events. And I'm going to show you an example here in just a little bit. Next. Man, that's going slow. You're going to focus on the 5 W's. The 5 W's are who, what, when, where, and why. If you answer those questions, your summary will be perfect. So you need to tell me who in the story did what was the action they were doing, when did they do the action, where did they do the action, and why did they do the action. If you answered those 5 questions, your summary will be excellent. And I'm going to show you an example of that in just a second after I get through all this slide. So you've got these 2 slides here that you can refer to as you're doing your activity. On the next slide, once it loads, is the sniper. When you click this, it's going to open up a Google document. And on this Google document is a short story by Liam O'Flaherty, who is Irish, if you didn't get that from the O'Flaherty. It's called The Sniper. This occurred during if I'm not mistaken, 1920s, and it was a war in Ireland. I'm pretty sure a civil war, but let me make sure. 1920s civil war, and I don't want to give you guys incorrect information. Yes, that was correct. The Irish Civil War occurred from 1922 to 1923, okay? So this is a story from that 1920s Civil War. So you're going to read this. It's good. It's got some violence in it for all of you that like to play video games. You're going to read this story, and then what you're going to do is back on your slideshow, after you've read the story, you're going to write a summary right here in this text box, okay? So you're going to write a summary right here answering those 5 W's. So tell me who, so who's the main character of the story, what was the main character doing, where did they do it, when, and tell me why. Okay? To answer the question why, you need to understand what was the character's motivation. So the action that they did, that's the what, that's the action. Okay, so if I walked inside and I punched Mr. Brewer in the face, that is an action. But why did I do that? What was the motivation? Was it because he said I was a horrible teacher? Was it because he punched me in the face first? Was it because he stole something from me? Was it because I'm just a really angry and mean person? What was the motivation? And that's why. Okay? I'm going to give you guys an example. Let me get out of this slide. We're going to go open up. Actually, let's just do it this way. So I'm going to write an example down here. This will not be what you're going to write, but this is just going to be for me. So I'm going to give you an example using a movie. So let's go with, normally this is the point where I would ask you guys a movie. Oh, here. Okay, so my wife is here. She's doing some work back in the back, so I'm going to ask her, Jackie, will you name a movie that I can summarize? A simple movie. She's thinking. Frozen. Okay, she named Frozen. So I'm going to summarize the movie Frozen for you, and I'm going to answer the 5 W's while I do it. Okay? So first of all, who? Anna and Elsa, right? Those are the main characters of Frozen. So I'm going to start with Elsa has magical ice powers, and her sister are princesses of a kingdom. One night, Elsa's parents go missing at C. And Elsa and Anna become the heirs to the kingdom. Elsa begins to lose control of her power and at a royal ball she flees into the wilderness. Anna, I guess Anna would be with two N's, right? A-N-N-A? Or is it A-N-A?
Disney spells it A-N-N-A.
A-N-N-A?
Yeah.
Okay. Anna goes looking for her sister to try and bring her home. While the sisters are gone, an evil prince tries to take over the kingdom. When they return, Anna and Elsa must battle the evil prince to retake their home. Boom. And I'm going to fix my typos. Anna. Okay, there we go. So, Elsa has magical ice powers, and her sister are princesses of a kingdom. One night, Elsa's parents go missing at sea, and Elsa and Anna become the heirs to the kingdom. Heirs means they're next in line to rule the kingdom. Elsa begins to lose control of her power, and at a royal ball she flees into the wilderness. Anna goes looking for her sister to try and bring her home. While the sisters are gone, an evil prince tries to take over the kingdom. When they return, Anna and Elsa must battle the evil prince to retake their home. Okay, so that was really quick. It took me like 2 minutes. You saw me do it right then and there. Did I answer the 5 W's? So do I have who? Yes, I have Elsa, and I have Anna. Do I have what? I have a couple whats. I have Elsa had magical powers. She started to lose control of her powers. And then what was the overall action? Was an evil prince tries to take over the kingdom, and they battle the evil prince. Okay? Do I have when? I do not have when. And the reason I don't have when is because this is a fictional story. This did not happen. So when doesn't matter because it could happen whenever we read it. Does that make sense? When you're reading nonfiction, that's when matters. So for instance, in The Sniper, when does matter because when did I tell you that occurred? The 1920s. So in that instance, you would need to write the when. Okay? Where? In a kingdom. Okay? Once again, it's a fairy tale, so it does not have to be super specific. And then why? I need to have my why. So why do they battle the evil prince? Is it because they hate him? No. Is it because they're mean? No. It's because they want to retake their home. Good? Everyone understand my example? Okay. So when you're summarizing The Sniper, make sure that you answer the 5 W's. And once again, guys, I know that I'm not there. If you have questions, feel free to just ask the teacher who is watching you. And if you still have questions, feel free to find me after the Intersession during Cycle 2. I'll be right here in my portable, just like always, and I'll answer any questions that you guys have about this stuff. Okay? All right, I hope you guys have a really good day. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you on Monday whenever we start Cycle 2.